mixed race families, that is something you said you listened to the program. Obviously, you know that's something that we focus on and think is super important. Before I even get to that, extremely important, I hope we can, as much honesty as possible, have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse with a non-white person?
Yes.
Okay. Male, female?
Male.
I'm sorry?
Male.
Male, okay. Are you currently engaged in a sexual relationship with a non-white person?
Nope.
Okay. This program, I have concluded, just based on logic, that if indeed there is a system of white supremacy, that sexual intercourse between white people and non-white people is incorrect, and the white person, they are practicing racism because they are taking advantage of a non-white person that is in a weak position, and that sex act, it just confuses the non-white person about what it means to be white. That person certainly is going to have a difficult time thinking of a white person as a racist. If they're engaged sexually with them, it just really confuses their ability to understand what's happening with regards to race, and I've concluded that is a major maximum act of racism. What is your response to that logic?
Logically, it makes sense. Logically, it makes sense, and it makes sense in the same way that migrant NGOs that are funded by white governments can't speak, can't think outside of the agenda that's set for them. I at the same time, you know, I see around me all the time black-white relationships, and some of those are, and the ones that I see most often are where the white person is usually engaged in some form of anti-racism work or activism or something, and attempting to unsettle that. But you know, we've just talked about how difficult it is to work or to think outside of white supremacy when you're a white person. So, you know, I can't sit here as a white person and say I condemn black-white marriages or relationships, but I totally understand why you do, because I see them all around me, and I have friends who are engaged in those relationships, so I can't sit here and condemn them. I can't. But logically, I agree with your position.
I will get in one just for some of the folks that are listening who would hear this, and given your response that you have had sexual intercourse with a non-white person, non-white male, and then you go out and do this work, and you go to conferences and talk to black people, and are staffed in positions where you're around a lot of black people, that it would be very easy for you to manipulate other black people that you're around, for them to think that you are a well-meaning white person, that you're not like the other white people, that you are special, that you are not racist. It would be very easy for you to manipulate black people in that environment, sexually and or otherwise, just in terms of manipulating how they think of you, and being able to just get a lot of get a great psychological boost by being around all of these black people who think so well of you. How would you respond to that?
That's a real danger. That is a real danger, because if I become reliant on that, that would become the modus operandi for my work. And I've come away from conferences feeling good because of that. But at the end of the day, I have to sit down and do this work, which is about analysing racist incidents and why they happen. And if I go to conferences and present the work, it's so that it can develop and get better. And so I have to present to black audiences, I have to present to white audiences, and I have to be personable and likeable, to be invited to places, to have those opportunities. But no, yes, it's a danger for any white activist or academic working in this area is to somehow feel special as a result of the work you do, and that's a danger that you have to, something that you have to reflect on and try to step away from. And that's really difficult, as you can imagine, really difficult. But you know, that's that's not a struggle that's even worth talking about, is it? You know, it's a minor thing. It's a minor thing.
That is racism, white supremacy, right there.
What's that?
Just your that is a hashtag, I believe they have, white problems.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. It's you know, I try to not do it, but let's, you know, just I'll spend time talking about it because it's not worth it.
Right on.
But I think some of the people in here do want to hear some of this, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be dealing with people just like the lady back there. She is still a member, maybe not in good standing, but the greatest force on this planet in the form of people. Don't forget that. This lady said she was white. You might say that don't mean nothing to you. You know that you are not telling the truth when you say that. She's a member of an organized force, or she's at least associated with it, even though she's saying that she wants to get disassociated with it. But what did I say at the beginning of this talk? The white people who don't believe in racism are not among the smartest, which means that they won't know how to deal with it either. The lady has said, didn't you say that you came in here to try to learn something? I'm quite sure you're here for a reason. Is that the reason?
Yeah.
You didn't exactly say that, but I help you along.
Right.
I have to remember that. Okay? But the best people to learn from are the people that you're running from. Because that's where the work has to be done. See, you might can solve your individual problem. And at some point, one way that you may do it is hook up with somebody non-white in a sexual way.
I'd like that.
You like that? I thought you would.
I mean,
Now, according to the code, okay, be quiet, everybody. Everybody be calm. According to counter-racist logic, if you, or if you have ever, or if you do, or if you're planning on having sexual intercourse or engaging in any kind of sexual play with a non-white person anywhere on this planet during the existence of white supremacy, you are not running away from what it is you say you're trying to get away from. You have wholesaled it in the worst way, taken a person who is already a victim and victimized that person to the nth degree. There's no act that you can commit that's worse than that. The black person would be better off if you put a gun to their head and killed them, because at least that would send a message to the rest of them to stay alert. If you do this sexual thing, it will put the rest of them to sleep, and they will go further into the confusion. And that has been proven over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm duty bound to tell you, hold it, this is science. I'm duty bound to tell you this because this is true. Now you may emotionally have this inclination. You have to kill it.
Well, I'm married to a white man, but I'm just saying, I find black men very attractive too.
Yes, I can understand that. This happens all down through history. White men have it more than you. Probably including the one that you have, if he ever went to Nam or someplace.
Yeah,
he's got a long record. You say yes?
He was in Vietnam.
He was in Vietnam.
Right.
Oh, okay. Hoochie House. Okay, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. All right? But one thing that white men do everywhere they go is make sure that they run through the black females, and then after they finish with them, they dump them and turn them over to us. Okay?
But what can we do as white
What
people?
can you do? That's the question. Excellent question. Best question in the house. You can go among the white people and start taking those hits that you're going to get. When you start talking the way that you talk and start saying you want them to settle this problem, because that's where it has to be settled. The reason we talk among ourselves is because how many white people like yourself are going to walk in here and fess up?
Well, I think more would, but like a lot of my friends, like if I say, let's go to this black restaurant, they say, oh, they don't want us there or something. And they feel like they'll be looked down on in black, you know.
It depends on what you're there for.
Yeah.
What are you there for? You're going to a black restaurant. You like the food? What do they serve there that you like? Have you ever been to a black restaurant?
Yeah.
Did you eat the food?
Yeah.
What did you eat?
I had blackened salmon.
You had what?
Blackened salmon.
Blackened salmon.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Potatoes and cauliflower.
You can get that where you were, right?
Right.
Of course, that's usually not what black people call, you know, soul food.
Right.
Which is something that'll kill you.
Right.
Okay? Which is an excellent name for it.
Right.
Chitlins, collard greens, something, yeah, black-eyed peas. Black people were fed this on the plantation. You feed them what you feed the horses and cows. Even down and out white people in Appalachia would eat part of that hog, but they call it eating what? High on the hog. Then they take those chitlins, rip them out of the rear end of that pig, throw them out there about the back door into the mud, and here comes Sam, because he ain't had nothing to eat. He'll eat the bark off of a tree, and he gather up them chitlins and put them in a pot and cook them, and over a period of time, he likes them. So even when he and she are wearing fur coats, they'll set up in the fanciest restaurant in New York or Paris and order chitlins, you know, and having all that poison run out of their ears. It's not the healthiest food. So your going to the restaurant is not an improvement either. Correct or incorrect?
Well, I think what you said about talking to other white people is probably the best thing to do, because I do find when I express these views to other white people, they, you know, I think that's more productive than expressing them to black people, because a lot of white people don't.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I'm going to try to wrap this up
Yeah.
for this part. That's the point that I'm making. You have to go among the white people. Now, you can have sex with your black mate, but only after white supremacy has been eliminated in all of these areas of activity. If you do it any time before then, you are committing one of the worst crimes on earth, because you have just messed up another black person's mind. And that black person becomes fit for nothing. That's going to help black people and the people that need help the most on this planet in the long run. That's almost a guarantee. Becomes completely devoted to something that's not going to be of help to the people that need help the most. Justice is about helping the people that need help the most.